Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we got a fun one. We got Lorwyn Shrines here. So we have a couple new cards that we wanted to test out with this deck. The main one being Sapling Nursery. This is a 8 casting cost, affinity for forest, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green tree folk token. And then it has a neat ability on the bottom where you can exile this enchantment, tree folk and forest you control gain indestructible until the end of the turn. Now that affinity of forest is important because you can really ramp out forest pretty quickly, so you can get this down early. But there's other tricks you can do to get more forest, and one of those being you're able to get it with the Island Plaza. So the Shrine deck allows you to draw through your deck and drop forest. We are playing with primarily 3 shrines here: Northern Air Temple, or I should say only 3 shrines: Northern Air Temple, Spirit Oasis, and then the Plaza. Northern Air Temple gives you a little bit of life gain and a little bit of damage, as well as the Spirit Oasis as you're drawing within the deck, which is nice. And then obviously the Plaza allows you to ramp out with your land, but it also allows you to do multiple triggers with the Sapling Nursery, which is pretty stellar. We are playing 4 shared routes. This allows you to find those basic land types that you need, especially if you're trying to ramp out those whites for removal, white spells for removal. Shimmering Growth kind of does the same thing. Allows you to find the color that you're trying to find, as well as allows you to ramp a little bit faster. Aang's Journey finds your land, finds your shrines that you're looking for. Pinnacle Starcage. This is the critical card to help you get rid of those aggro decks, get rid of all those small tokens strategies that people are playing, life gain strategies, mono red aggro, badger mole cub decks. This handles all of that. So you want to make sure that you prioritize white mana to get to that, if that's the type of deck that you're playing against. Spirit Oasis, obviously the draw spell. Day of Judgment. This is the sweeper. This is the fun card in the deck. Not only does it help because it gets rid of the opponent's stuff, a lot of times you don't have any creatures that are lower than 4 casting cost here because we have Ice Till Explorer, really, and Yuna. Those are only creatures in the deck other than the tokens. But this clears the board, but there is a neat trick you can do with this. If you can get enough tree folk on the board, you can actually sacrifice this, make everything indestructible for all your tree folk, and then Day of Judgment. And all that's left on the board then is going to be your tree folk, which you can attack in with and kill them. You're going to actually see that in a couple of these games. That's how I win. That is a neat combo going on in this deck. And then obviously Plaza just ramps out all of the lands. Ice Till Explorer helps with the Fabled Passage and Cityscape. That allows you to have multiple land drops. If you have a Nursery in play and an Ice Till Explorer and you're dropping Fabled Passages, you can actually get 4 saplings created in a single turn just with those 2 cards and a Fabled Passage pulling from the grave. Just allows for a lot of really neat tricks to be played. Obviously, you have the Yuna here. I should mention her. 2 of her in here. This allows you to get back enchantments from your graveyard. You're going to have those in your graveyard because these are legendary. So every time you play one of these that you already have in play, goes to your graveyard. This allows you to replay them. She also allows you to get back win conditions if they end up in your yard from an explorer, or if they end up destroying an enchantment. You can play this and get it back at the end of your turn. That also helps. You can plan out having these on the battlefield if you're planning on getting this back at the end of your turn. That way you can crack these on their turn and then get tree folks on their turn. So definitely a lot of neat lines of play with this deck, and you're going to just see how powerful this deck can be against the right matchups. But if you could, hit that subscribe button below. I have daily deck videos, fairly new channel. Really appreciate you guys subscribing, trying to get to 3,000 subs, so I appreciate it. And let's get into the video. All right, we go first here. This is actually a pretty good hand here. We're able to get the Shimmering Growth down, which is nice. We'll be able to go for white. Unfortunately, it still means we gotta cast on turn 4. Ooh. Too bad that wasn't turn 1. We would be in much better shape. White-green. Let's go like that. We will go for white. Let's see what they do. Collector's Cage, alright. Shared Roots. White green. Go there, and let's go with blue. Share roots. Get the other white we need. And then we can search for black. Alright, we'll search for black. Let's get this into play. Now we can put that down, start getting our creatures out. Got quite a bit of stuff hid away. This will be our backup plan. Would love to see our blue shrine. Should have probably grabbed a blue, to be honest with you. End turn. We can actually do a neat trick where we make everything indestructible and pay a judgment. Okay, that's fine. If he cracks one of these, I just might do that trick next turn. Okay. That is fine. Fortunately, they're at 13. Let's see here. My turn. What do we draw? Shared Roots. Not too bad. Can I cast everything here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can. Go for the blue. Trigger that. Everything gets indestructible. Destroy all creatures. Attack in. Alright, let's see what they do. Do they have a sweeper is the question. Good game. Alright. We're able to get our double white pretty quickly here. A lot of ramp. Let's keep it. Ley line. Alright, we know what we're playing with here. Let's get our white down. Let's Do this one first. Expecting ramp coming out of them. No one drop. That's crazy. We're still going to get our white down to get the double white for the Starcage. Do that. It just allows us to wrap. Now we have a live fabled passage, which is nice. I think we'll just drop our forest, though. Well, actually. Ooh, this is nice here. Do we let them have the Bloom Tender? Probably not, huh? Go for blue. We're just missing black then. And I think we got to go for the Pinnacle, unfortunately. Oop. If we do this, we can Shimmering Growth, put that on that. Green? Starcage. Gets rid of our Shimmering Growth. No, it doesn't. That's enchantment. It's only artifacts. Alright, shared roots, they're ramping. That's fine. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can cast it. Get that down. We're going to Aang's Journey here. We're going to get that, and we're going to get a forest. Actually, do we want a swamp? Maybe we get the swamp just in case. Now we can share roots. The forest. Produce a 3/4. Another 3/4. And then we can Spirit Oasis and then get the Island Plaza out. Create 2 more creatures. Yeah, I ain't doing a whole lot for them. Ooh, Yuna's not bad. We don't have any enchantments in there, so we'll actually start with this. Yep. Ooh, Ice Still. Ice Still's pretty fun. Okay, so they pretty much have to have a sweeper at this point. Don't have any enchantments in the yard for Yuna. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, we will do Ice Still first. Let's Spirit. Choose that one. Okay, we're gonna hold off on this. Crack this. I guess we don't have blue, do we? What do you got? One spell that can get us. Is that one that gets rid of the creatures with all the same name? GG's. All right, we got some ramp here. Let's keep it. We can try to find our blue with shared roots to get the oasis down. Otherwise, we could go for the white. Kind of want to go for the white, to be honest with you, just so we have our sweepers. Although we're playing a non-creature deck, so I don't think it really matters. Well, let's see if they want to blow a counter on that. Nope, they don't have a counter. Let's go with blue. They might have a counter now. No, they don't. Okay, they get lost it. Just crack this right away. Part of me wants to just go for green, but I think white is probably the right thing to do here. Well, let's see if we can get a plaza down. Yep. The black, we got the full gamut here. Now we just need one more white. We'll do an Aang's Journey here. I think we'll do that for the draw shrine as well as a plains. Okay, Elspeth. Not too worried about that one. Alright, let's do... kicker. Get that shrine down. And then get other planes down. We'll be able to draw 2 cards. We're not finding our cards we're looking for, unfortunately. Probably Starcage here. Now they got a counter, don't they? Otherwise, they're just have the demolition field, I suppose. Yep. We can hit that. I think we just keep that in our hand. We just go for another draw spell. Do we... Yeah, we're kind of running out of lands here, so we might just keep that in hand. This does allow us to do multiple things next turn. Maybe we'll do a Shimmering Growth. They kill it with Demolition Field, but that's fine. Get this down. Hmm. I'm going to decline the land. Ooh. That's pretty good. They have the counter? Oh, wow, they had one. Okay. We'll have the Day of Judgment this. We're not finding our cards we need. Fine. Guess we do this just for the card draw. Fine. I guess we'll put one in our hand. Get us up to 7. Ooh. Search out another oasis. How have we not found any of our ice tills or sapling nurseries? And we are... Dang, that's crazy. All right. Let's try getting her out. Counter it. She's not even our win con, which is nice. Okay. Back in. Still haven't found it. This is crazy. Six cards in our deck, and we're down to last 22. I guess now I just kind of want a sweeper, maybe? I'm dead here without the sweeper, aren't I? Yeah. GG. Just couldn't find them. Hey, we go first. We do have sweepers here with Day of Judgment. Kind of interesting. We'll keep it. Get a little bit of ramp with the Shimmer Wild Growth. This is going to go for a forest on the end of their turn. Okay, they got a ramp going on, I think. Maybe not yet. Okay, forest. Say white. And sweep as early as next turn if we want to. We got 2 sweepers. That's pretty nice. Oh, I misplayed that. Could have, if I would have done green, I could have ice till. All right. Suppose I still can do that. Oh, I can't because I only have 2 lands. All right. End turn. Eric Uprising. All right. Now we can do green. This is going to work really well for the Yuna. All right. We can get the ice till out. Passage. Let's go for a blue. And we can Fable Passage. We're going to go for the black. Okay. Didn't find any of our enchantments that we really want. We do have an ice till of their own. Yeah. Might not be a bad idea to kill, but we'll see here. We got Plaza. Do this first. Should have done the Fabled Passage instead. Yep. Don't have our really good stuff yet. But I do think we should sweep. Let's do a sweep, followed by ice till. Fable Passage. Still trying to find our enchantments that we need. Alright, hopefully next turn we can kind of go off. We'll see here. Just trying to dig to find the... Throw the right enchantments in the bin. Okay, he's got another one. Well, we do have the Pinnacle, which will come in handy. We don't have it in hand. And it's an artifact, so that doesn't help either. the time has come. Get her into play. Get our shrine. No attacks. That's going to be our blocker, I think. End turn. Let's get our Spirit Oasis. Starcage would be nice. Uprising. Okay. Yeah, some of these fabled passages. Still haven't found our win that we're looking for, at least. Yeah, we're fine with these lands, because we're going to get rid of all these guys here. I think we take one hit, we'll block. Okay. Alright. That doesn't really matter too much to us. Block there, we'll take 11. Need to draw our win con here. We didn't find our win con. Guess we do this. Grab that. I don't think the land in there matters too much for us right now. Yes. Guess we should have kept the one with the finality counter, because that would have went back to the yard. Decline that. Oh, we found him, finally. Starcage, right? Okay. Land. Oh, that was... kind of didn't do that the right way. I think I have one more forest here, so we can grab that. Yep. I needed to have 2 green sources down. And fortunately did not. GG's. Alright, we go first. We're going to have to find a forest with this, unfortunately. Get shared roots and then find a pinnacle. We want to get as many forests for the nursery, but alright, let's keep it. I wish we knew what land we'd draw next. That would really help, but I think we have to be safe and go for the shared roots. Okay, so we're not having to worry about the sweeper as much. We still go for this forest. I'm tempted to actually share roots for a forest. Let's do that. We're going to go all in on the nursery plan. I don't think we're going to need sweepers for this matchup. So white's kind of a secondary in this. Okay, they can have counters here. Get this down. Let's drop that. Okay, I don't think they have that 2 mana counter. Okay, they're tapped out. We can get our nursery down. Five mana. Get our nursery down. Alright, now we're in pretty good shape. We can plaza. They gotta kill that thing. They did. Unfortunately, this can't take care of Banishing Light. Well, that kind of threw our game plan out of the windows. So let's get our Pinnacle. Did we do this? Get an enchantment deck almost, it looks like. Maybe we hold off one turn. Alright. Just ramp up a little. We have our blue in hand, so. Alright, glad we waited. See if they drop another creature. Unfortunately, this is 2 or less. Shimmering Growth isn't doing it. Let's go with that one. Auto pay. We'll make that blue. All right, we're top decking. We do need our sweeper now. They got a clock on us. Our draw shrine would be really nice. Spirit Oasis. Yeah, this is going to be getting in no matter what. Because we don't have a way to handle it instant speed. So we need to get a sweeper to get rid of all this. Ice Till is not going to do it. And this is flying, so that's going to get in. So that's 5 more damage. Yep, they got it. Good game. All right, we got some ramp going on here. We can keep it. We're going to have Cityscape right away. See if they're a creature deck. Okay. I wonder if they're like the Dimir deck here. Gonna want to do this and probably look for white. Yep, they're Dimir. So they're gonna be flashing stuff in. Let's do that. White. we shared roots first. I think we try to get green. Do we go green or do we go white? We can always turn on white with this, I suppose. Unless they counter it. We might just have to do a Shimmering Growth into an Aang's because we don't have any land. We did find land. Let's try this. Do they have a counter? No. Okay. How about Oasis? That way we can do a plaza into the Oasis. Yeah, Judgment's an interesting one. Do the plaza. I think we actually want to get the white. Especially now that we have the Day of Judgment in hand. Yeah, the ninjutsu.
Be jealous of my talent. Did I scare you? I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Oh, we're one land short. We don't have any enchantments in the yard, so Yuya's a little useless right now. Let's do this. If we have to, we'll just Aang for a land. We might need the swamp. This might be better for our nursery. I think we just do this anyways. For a mountain. Or sorry, for a swamp. Just to have it. Okay. Okay, we have enough for a Day of Judgment and to get the Sapling Nursery down. Unfortunately, we can't do the nursery first because we'll just kill our own creature.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Ooh. Actually, let's Day of Judgment. Sapling Nursery down. We can do an Aang's Journey for a plaza. What do we got here? We got 7, 8, 9 land, 10 land. That's Aang's journey for a plaza. Okay, that goes through. We'll keep that one. That triggers. We should have put 2 on the other one. I just misclicked there. We do have another plaza. Okay. Keep that one land there just as a way to bounce in, just in case they miss that. Oh, okay. Okay. Doesn't matter. This has death touch, so if this attacks in, I have to double block anyways. All right. We're going to blow that many cards on it. All right, what are we going to do? Only going to attack in with the 1? Oh, they get the card draw. We're going to block. We're actually going to triple up blockers in case they kill one. They're going to kill 2 of them because of the death touch. But this still allows the schism to die if they remove one of the creatures. Okay, they have to have something else. I don't know why they did that. All right. That was probably a good thing for us. We do have another plaza next turn. Either that or we can Yuna as well. We have plaza in the yard. Oof, okay. I think we just cast that so we can get draw. All right, good game. All right, let's look at this. We do have a Sapling Nursery early, as well as the Explorer. Hopefully we can find a sack land for that. We'll keep it. We'll probably Shimmering Growth for blue, so we can get Spirit Oasis down. That might even be the play before the Ice Till. Okay, Authority of the Council. I mean, that isn't great, but not the worst for us. Blue. Okay, we have 4 mana next turn if we want it. Ice Till doesn't do anything yet. So let's just go for the card draw. They kill this. We have a shot at Yuna. We'll have to get white. We need double white, actually, so. Okay, well, next turn we can get our nursery online. The nursery online. Then we can Ice Till, drop a land. Hopefully we get a sack land that we draw. All right, so they can create stuff even with the Day of Judgment. Ooh, they go after it. Okay. This might be tough because we only have one more in our deck, but it's in our bin, so we can cast Yuna if we can get white mana. No, we don't have white mana. Okay, we're going to have to try searching for some of our sack lands here. That's a bummer. We need white pretty bad here now to get Yuna to get our Sapling Nursery back. And that'll make her shop. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, give us white here. Plaza will do it. Heck, we can get double white. Oh, and we got that. Let's hold on to that. Actually, we'll just let that sit in play. Because we can Yuna and then have it on our turn. Okay, more Leader's Call. Alright, we're going to probably be in trouble here real quick. Especially because the ability on this. Maybe we just go black here. That'll give us the other temple we'll be able to drop. Ooh, Starcage is really good here. I think we do have to do this. I think first things first. Let's temple. See what we draw. Aang's is not the worst. One more white, we would have been golden because we could have cast her after. So let's Day of Judgment. We Aang. We go for that. Do that. I'm going to hold on to the land just in case. Okay. Just in case we want to drop it when we get another Sapling Nursery down. Okay. Alright. No, that's not good. Starcage can actually take care of both of those. Again, if we had one more white. This is where the shimmering needs to be on white, unfortunately. get that out. We have plenty of land here. Okay. You can even sacrifice that to get our stuff back, but we want to use white on Yuna. We haven't found another spirit oasis, unfortunately. Let's cast this. We'll get this out. Yes. Get another draw off of that. Just get all our land in play here. We found it. Found the white source here. Okay, Elspeth.
I welcome all allies.
Unfortunately, we'll actually do this first. So, yep. We shouldn't have found everything because that kind of limits us now for land. Another Yuna. Ice Till is interesting. Get that out. Get Ice Till out. Probably should have Starcaged first. Can Aang's Journey. Probably for a spirit. Next, then turn. Get Sapling Nursery to play. Alright. We're not going to be as fired up as before because we took all the land out of our deck, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to Starcage first. Yep. Okay, so we're going to Starcage first. Put that into play just to see if we can find our other nursery. We're declining that. Okay, we didn't find our nursery. Let's try it again. We didn't find our nursery. Okay. We can Air Temple. All right, one more time. Climb. That didn't even matter. Aang's Journey. I didn't even think about this. How many of these do we have? 3. I think we grabbed everything, didn't we? Cancel. Ice Till. I don't think I have anything left for Aang's Journey. Auto pay. We'll go with white. And then okay. 1, 2, 3. Turn. Let's bring back. What should we have left in our deck here? 8 cards. Maybe it's just Air Temple. Oh, select the wrong one. That's not good. Decline. Shimmering Growth. Discard 2 cards. Alright, we should have kept the other Air Temple. That way we could have still done 1 damage. Triggering from it. Actually, 3 damage. Alright. Yep. So 4 blockers. Well, there it is, finally. We're going to mill ourselves, unfortunately. So they're at 7. We can do our trick here where we make everything indestructible. Or the tree folks, at least. And then attack in for 9. Okay. Activate ability. And then attack in. And that's GG's. Nice. Oh, what a fun deck this was. Really neat interactions that this has. I love the combo of the Sapling Nursery mixed with Day of Judgment. Just be able to get all of your creatures in. I can tell during my gameplay that I should have optimized keeping basic lands in my deck, especially that last game. If I would have kept basic lands in my deck, I would have had a ton more creatures that we could have triggered out once the nursery was finally found. All in all, how I would change this deck, I might actually kick in another nursery in here and kick this up to 3, and then have another planes in there at least. That way you can double spell Day of Judgment into a Yuna, because currently it makes it really hard unless you have a Shimmering Growth on white to be able to do that. But all in all, this is a fun deck. I might even throw in one more Air Temple, but I have to figure out what exactly to cut. I'm not sure if Aang Journey is the cut, because that does search out stuff, which is really handy. All in all, fun deck to play. Not going to win any tournaments with this deck, so I'll warn you guys, don't craft all your wild cards for this one. But it is a blast to play if you got the cards. If you could, hit the subscribe button below. I post daily videos. A fairly new channel, trying to grow to 3,000 subs, so I appreciate if you subscribe. Also, hit that like button. Really does help out share the video. And have a fantastic day.